Anybody there? It's exactly 9:30. Ding, ding, round two. Here we go. Welcome to the pyjama party. I know it's not very exciting. I look like something from Alcatraz. It's the best I could come up with. Oh, Dave, thank you. Yeah, I had to skip across the garden in my pyjamas in the rain. And Dave's bringing up the rear with the tea again. He's a good man.
It's always a pleasure, Barbara, never a chore.
Thank you very much, darling.
All right.
Does it still taste bleachy?
I'm not sure. What do you think?
No, it's all right now.
Good. Good. Have a good show.
Anybody there apart from me? Thank you, darling.
Right.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Right. Hello, who's there? Ready for part two? Here they come again. Yeah, it's been a bit of a run. Have you got your pyjamas on? Have you got your tipple? Have you? I've got my brew. I'm all ready to go. I've got all my bits. I know what I'm doing. Gracie in New York. She's been gathering up some artwork so I can show you. Pyjama time, ready for part two. Paul, you're in the building too. I'm glad to see that. I got some great pictures that Gracie sent. I wonder if we can show. Let's have a look. Let me just get, hang on, I've got the wrong glasses on. I can't see a damn thing. Oh, that's better. Right, let's have a look. Okay, nice. Yeah, here we go. Right, I can't see who it is though. And I have to go in and out, okay? Let's see if we go. Let's go here. Right, okay, welcome to the pyjama party. I'm just going to give you a little, look, here we go. So this is Ruth Finn. Let's see, can we see this? Or is it better on this camera? Let's have a look. Oh, not so good. I think it's better on this camera. Let's have a look. Ruth Finn's work. Follow your dreams. That's beautiful, Ruth. Now, what we got here? Anne Woodgate. Smile just because. Isn't that done beautifully? Look. That's done lovely. Nice. Elaine Clements. Oh, that's done so nicely. Ah, that's gorgeous. Did you doodle that? That is beautiful. Look at that. That's a stamp. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice, nice. Then we've got Claire Saunders. That's a lovely one. I love the way you've done that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's really pretty. Well done, Claire. Julia Ranger. Look. Ah, to the letter, Julia. Very cool. Ah, this makes my day. Cool, this is a nice one. Oh, yeah, what a clever idea. Who's doing this one? Deborah. So, Deborah, you've used the, there are those mandala stamps, aren't they? Cool, I like that. Smile. These are very good, these great big feel-good words. Beryl Shepherd. Oh, Beryl, look at that. Smile. I love it. Smile every day. Yeah, look, I've got to come down a bit. Smile every day. Nice. This is all from the earlier one. Dodgy photo, but really cool with the corners. Isn't that lovely? Who's this? Pat Coombs. Really, really nice. Thank you, Grace. So let's see if I can get up here. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see that okay? I wonder if I turn it round. Yeah, all right. Let's see if we can see it better that way. Look, I can't. I'm just going to flick the artwork now so you can see it. Hey? Isn't that lovely? Look. People joining in. Really, really cool. Hey? Smashing, isn't it? That makes my day. Welcome to the open days. The Clarity Open Days. Perfect. And there's a book I'm reading at the moment. Absolutely brilliant. Now, there's a story. Okay, here's another story. So Gracie, my daughter, who's also here, she's a voiceover artist, isn't she? And she's now been given a commission to do an audio book, okay, because she has a beautiful voice, because she's a voiceover artist. And she said that she was really struggling with her Scottish accent. And so she found a book. She found a book on Audible where the reader, the narrator, is Scottish, and the book is this Denise Mina, and it's called Conviction. And she said, "Mummy, you got to listen to it. It's an amazing book." So she's used it to listen to the. She's sending me pictures of. She's sending me loads of pictures here. So she's listening to it. This is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm distracted. She's listening to it for the accent, and I'm listening to it for the story, and it is amazing. And it's called, if you like Audible, it's so good. And it's by Denise Mina, or Mina. I don't know how she pronounces her surname. She's a Scottish lady. And the book is called Conviction. It's superb. Yeah, so I'm right hooked on that at the moment. We got some new ones. Let's have a look. Okay, Jill Wilding. Let's go again. Right, Jill Wilding. So cool, Jill. I'm so proud of you. Look at this. Jill Wilding. Excellent job. And then Sheila Stacey Bayliss. Love. Oh, good. I'm glad you got the love, because that's the one we're going to use now. Very, very, very well done, all of you. Cool, isn't that great? Love it. I love it when it works. So are we all back? We've been waffling a little bit to give people a chance to get back in the building. Have you got your PJs on? Hang on, we've got Ros Watts. I'm going to have to stop here in a minute though, darling. We've got to look at Rosie's. Okay, but then that's going to stop, and then we'll have a look, and then we'll have a little break later. Ros, that's lovely. I love the drop shadow on yours. That's really good. Isn't they lovely? Look at all the butterflies. It's a great design. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to Dee Paramore for giving us that inspiration. Superb, isn't it? Hey, really good. How are you liking us hanging out? Hey, I'm really buzzed about this. I'm really enjoying myself, actually. Now, what I do need to do is make sure that our Paul's in the building. Hey, let's have a look, Paul. Are you still there, or have you given up on me? I hope not. Now, I better plug this in because it's going to run out of chuff. Yeah, my pajamas feel a bit damp because I ironed them. What can I say? Right, here we go. This is nice, isn't it? Is everybody there yet? I've got a treat. I've got some Niederegger marzipan, all the way from Germany. Lovely Marion. Marion, are you in the building? She sent me some marzipan. Isn't that nice? I love marzipan. I might not drink alcohol, but I do eat marzipan. Love it. Niederegger. You can't beat Niederegger. Right, come on in. Oh, that is lovely. Lübecker Marzipan. Geht nicht besser. I've been to Lübeck with my mum. That's another beautiful town. What? What a lovely town. North Germany. Oh, that is lovely. Glad I got another one. One for Ron. Danke, 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 Marion. Now, let's have a look. Do you know that there are 274 people across both rooms at the moment? 274 people. And how many of us are wearing pyjamas? I'm wearing my posh ones, these are. I don't come much posher than this, I can tell you. Right. It's quite comfy, actually. I like crafting in my PJs. Don't you? Snug. Birthday suit and dressing gown. Oh, Pat, I say. Hope that's acceptable. Ooh. Welcome to the PJ party. Yuck, you can keep marzipan. I will. Right, who likes marzipan? Who likes marzipan? Somebody doesn't. I love it. And my mum loves it too. Now, come on then. Should we go to the next? Should we have a look at the next card? This is a really cool one too. It's not going to take as long as the other one. Well, famous last words. Are we going anywhere? Are we in a rush? Are we tired? No. I'm right buzzed, I am. Okay, this is a nice one. And the thing is about this one, again, it's Dee's. Thank you, Dee. The thing about this one is it's interchangeable with the dream because it's the words, but it's showing you another trick or another technique because many of you bought these words. We had them on the telly, didn't we? We went on the craft store with them. And many hundreds of you have bought these word stamps. So I think it's good to make the most out of them, you know. Let's get some mileage out of what we buy, eh? Having said that, you do know, don't you, that there's a 25% sale over on the website all weekend. Yep. And then, of course, you get your club discounts as well. And there's competitions and there's raffles and there's giveaways and there's all sorts of goodness. And there's all the jackanories you can stomach. Jackanori being a story. You know, because all week we've been coming in with different stories and now you know the rest of the story because there's a story to everything. It doesn't matter what you look at in front of you, there will be a story attached to it. Something, you know. I know there is. Like here we go. Look, and this is just pure coincidence. This was the mugs when we got married a couple of years ago oh my God, it's 3 years ago. Dave, it's our anniversary in a couple of days. We got married 3 years ago on the 24th of June. And all the guests, we got these mugs from Artmeath House. I think it's Artmeath House. Artmeath House, yeah. Which is a centre for people who suffer from epilepsy. And all the artwork. So these are beautiful porcelain china mugs. Bone china, but the artworks all done by people who suffer with epilepsy. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Right? Look, see the bee inside? And isn't that lovely? And what does it say? Hang on, before I spill tea. Be free. Isn't that gorgeous? So we all had, you know, they were like different tables and all the different tables had different mugs. And the bees, we had to have the bees on the head table because Gracie's mad for Beyonce and Manchester. We both went to Manchester University, etc., etc. And so, so the bees were on our table. And then we had elephants and then we had our gorillas because we had our wedding in a zoo, you see. And so there we go. Take a cup of tea, a simple cup of tea in a mug with bees on, and that's my wedding mug. Yeah, isn't that nice that Dave brought that up? Everything has a story. Right, are we ready to rock and roll? Are we ready to go again? Good. Feels good to have Grace in the building and Paul in the building. If you have any questions, then direct them at those two. They will be sure to be able to help, I know. And Paul, for definite, will be able to help direct you towards the website and answer any questions. Now, let's have a look at this artwork. Won't take as long as the other one, but I love it, love it, love it. So you can see here, again, this time we're taking the word love again, but we've got the outline that we used before with the dream, but then we also are using the infill. Because, of course, when you look at these stamps, let me show you the stamp. This is the index sheet that stamps come off. I've mounted them all because we're going to use them all. You can see it's a two-way overlay stamp, isn't it? They all are, all of them. Even though we just used the dream, we only used the outside. Every single one of these feel-good stamps has an innie and an outie. So you've got the line art and then you've also got the infill. Yeah, and I particularly like this set because of the little hearts. So I'm going to give you some little tricks and tips around this. This is really lovely. This is Lucy's contribution, you see. So what she did was she created these little, what we call assets or elements, little additional stamps. But it's really, really cool because they fit inside. So I'm going to give you some tricks and tips on that one as well. And if you look at Dee's artwork, let's have a look here. If we look up close, you'll see there's an excellent drop shadow. Now, do you remember in the last session, we penciled the drop shadow in? Now, let's take a look at this one, and you'll see the drop shadow? Right, now that's actually stamped into place. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Okay, right, let's have a look. So what do we need? Again, I've put together the tray, because I thought that would be a good place to, so you kind of can get your bits and pieces together. We need all the stamps, so we've got all of those. Now, if you've got it, then that's great. I forgot to put I've got my die cutter down on the floor around the side, so I might have to jump up and go and do the job. But I'm using the nested circles. You don't have to do this though. You know, the main thing is that bit there, right? The rest is just, you know, we might not bother. But let's just say that's how we cut them out with the fresh cut dies. Now, what else do we need? So I'll put that to one side so I don't lose it. We need our mask for sure, right? So we'll put the mask, we've got that. This is one of the best stamps ever. And it comes from one of the chess. Where did I put all that stuff? I did have it all. Let me just have a think. It comes from, oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, there it is. So this is an art board showing you what else is on that A5 set of stamps. But this is the background. See, these are really grungy, arty stamps. There's another one, like, see, with the chess pieces. Really excellent. Yeah, and what I'm using in the background is this one. And it says love, peace, joy, hope, faith, wonder, health, peace, love, luck. This is something that Lucy did. Again, this is all Lucy's work. She's such a clever girl, right? Really, really nice. So this is the one we're using from that set. Just if you're wondering where I got it from, that's where I got it from. Okay. So I've got that. I'm using a watering can grey archival. I'm using a red archival, vermilion. There are loads of different ones. And then I'm using the jet black. And also the colour that we're using in the background here is this blushing rose. Okay. So now let's see. We've got some makeup sponges, some spot-on sponges. We've got that. I've got all my other little stamps all mounted, all ready to rock and roll. So we need those as well, right? And then we need some, what else have I got here? You need some stencil card. Okay, piece of stencil card. That'd be handy. And what background have we got here? Now, this background comes from Indian Summer. So this is one of our papers. And it comes from Indian Summer. It's this, I think it's this one. Yeah, there you go. So it's the back of this piece, of this colour. I like Indian Summer. It was one of the first ones, wasn't it? But it's really nice. See, so there, let's take it out so you can see it. All right, so that's the front. This is paper that I designed using alcohol ink. Loads of different ones, look. Most of you are familiar with this anyway, aren't you? Run out of one, don't know what it is. Obviously a good one. That's the trouble, isn't it? You run out of your favourites. So there you go. I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, Grace, didn't you, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you do a giveaway with the papers? Excellent. Okay, now what does it say here? Jim will need to change the title afterwards as it says Camelot. Okay, well, it's not Camelot, but I'm sure Jim will do that when he realises. We got a lot on, we got a lot on. A lot on. Josie Davidson also bringing up. Josie Davidson. Gracie just showed me artwork from Josie. Oh, no, I've lost it, Grace. Sorry. Here it is. Josie Davidson's artwork. Wow, Josie. Oh, traditional parcher. You're good at this, aren't you? Well, you would be. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Happy birthday. Brilliant, Josie. Love it. Well done. Well done. Right, we'll have to get a little gallery going, Grace. Maybe we can... Yeah, why can't you do a little blog and put them all in the blog, eh? Grace's like, oh, I wish I hadn't bothered now. Like, come on, you can do it, girl. I'm all the way in New York. Right, so that's that. And then, yeah, nice. And then, of course, I'm using a large white card blank. Right, so that's what we're going to do. This is not going to take as long as the one we did, but there is a strict sequence to how we do this. So are you ready to rock and roll? Yeah? And stretch. And here we go. All you need is love. Love, peace, and understanding. Great song. Love, peace, and understanding. What's so funny about that, eh? Now, let's get started, shall we? We'll put this one to one side because that's the one that we're going to be looking at. And it's great to have your company. Welcome to part 2 of our craft along, to our pyjama party. We're celebrating our open days, our Clarity Open Days Festival, all over Groovy Worldwide and Clarity Worldwide. And we just thought it would be fun to kick it off with a pyjama party, you know. We're all stuck indoors anyway, and there's only football on the telly, so why wouldn't you? Right, okay, let's get started. We need a black ink pad to start with. So first things first, let's get your black ink pad ready, and we will stamp it onto our card. So we've got our card. Let me get my glasses ready. Okay. And I'll show you where it's got to sit so that you know. Right, pretty much bang in the middle, just so you know where we're headed. I think it's important that you see where we're headed. So you've got a piece of the stencil card, got your ink pad, and you need your outline stamp, and you're going to stamp it. You see, looking ahead to the finished card, you're going to cut it out with a die, but you don't have to. So you're just going to give yourself enough room to cut out. Yeah, here we go then. So I'm using a black archival ink pad, and we're just going to stamp up love, ink up a bit of love. Right. Are you gonna try it on a bit of scrap first? Do you know what? I've got a good idea. I'm full of good ideas. Get another bit of card, and we'll do 2. Right. And not because it's going to be over fast, not because of that. It's so that we do 1 for rough and 1 for best. 1 for rough and 1 for best. That way we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because is this long enough? Yeah. It's all right. I am wearing pyjama bottoms as well. Everyone's like, what's she wearing underneath then? Well, actually, I've got the bottoms on too. I've lost my thread now. Yeah, we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. 1, you're seasoning the stamps if they're brand new, and 2, 1 for rough and 1 for best. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Right, here we go. 1 for rough and 1 for best. Cool? Come on then. And if they go, you could have 1 for best and 1 for bester. It could be that you're so good that you get 2 cards out of it. Woohoo! Right, ready? Right. 1 for rough. Stamps. This is where you find out whether you're pressing too hard. No, good enough. And 1 for best. Okay. Tap, 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 tap. And 1 for best. This is where we swap and we go, right, this one's that one. Okay. Perfect. I've got best and bester. Right, now let's have a look. I need to get back to so Gracie says she sent us about 15 of your pieces of artwork from the earlier session, and she's going to put them in tomorrow's blog. There's a treat in store for you, because we discussed it earlier, didn't we, Gracie? Right, let's have a look. Okay, do you know that there's over 300 of us doing this? That tells you, that's a sad indictment of telly, isn't it? I love it. Right, come on. And kisses. Black ink pad. And we're going to go and kisses there. Under the V and the E and the and. So should we put the and in and then the kisses, or the kisses and then the and? Well, we're just about to find out. Right. And I'm going to do one at a time. This is what came first, the chicken or the egg? Kisses. And kisses. Pretty good. Not bad. I'm going to go again. And this time, I think I'm going to put the kisses in first. I'm going to decide now. I'm going to have an experiment and decide. So this time, I'm going to put the kisses in first. Okay. And then I'm going to stick the and in. Definitely that way round. Just saying. Love and kisses. You go love, kisses, and. Okay. Right. So one for rough, one for best. Are you doing one for rough and one for best with me? Try not to spit at your artwork, Gray. You know it's rough, but you don't have to start spraying it. Say it, don't spray it. Right. Ready? Okay. So now we've done that. Now, of course, there is a little bit of a challenge because we've got one mask. Unless your name's Barbara Gray, in which case you've got two masks. Right, this is where... I bet you've only got one mask, haven't you? I know. Okay, not to worry. Right, so now what we're going to do... Right, before we do that, we're going to go over the top. This is where you get to check out your positioning. So we're going over the top with red. Red, red. Right, come on then. This is where it changes a little bit from last time. So before we put the mask on, we're going to go over the top with red. This is where you wish you had rougher and roughest. Right, ready? Okay, ink up your red. Make sure it works. The thing is, if it doesn't come out perfectly, you can always go back over it, can't you? Right, ready? Red. Hover. And then, hang on, I've got to get my head over the top. Sorry. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in this side because you have to get your head over the top so that you can see where you're positioning. And you don't want to look at the top of my freshly cut hair. Right, I went to the hairdressers today. Well, she's also one of my best mates. And I went to see Karen. It was lovely to catch up with her. She was, now Karen, who I've known for very many years. There you go, good enough. Lovely, actually. Right, if I can do that over here, it'd be lush. Yeah, so Karen, she was my maid of honour at my wedding. Beautiful woman, beautiful, beautiful. She's such a, she's just got such good energy. She's just a delightful woman, you know, just bloody lovely. Yeah, so, yeah, she was my maid of honour. Smashing girl. So it's always lovely to go and get my hair cut because I go and see one of my best mates at the same time. Yeah. She also happens to be one of the best hair cutters. Well, I think the best I've ever known. Right, now what I've got here, now I'm trying to decide what to do, you see, because I've got a little bit of it's a little bit, I quite like it. I'm not sure yet whether I want to go back over it again. What do you think? I'm thinking that one, not bad. I might go second generation, just give it a go. Because this one's good enough, so I'll go again. See if I can go over the top and make it a little bit darker. Right, okay. My ink pad's obviously a bit dry. Okay. Which one am I on? This one here. So I move that one out of the way, bring that one over there. Can you see it all right? Right, let's go. And see, because you got to kind of plant it. Right, it's lovely though. I love doing this overlay printing. It really is like that, isn't it? It's like overlay printing with stamps. Yes, in the back of the net. Right, so that one's lovely and dark now. In fact, now I'm feeling the love. I reckon, I might be chancing it now, but I'm going to give it another go. How are you doing? Have you got rough and best, or how's it going? Positioning good? Positioning good? Right, here we go again. Right, love. These are good words, I've got to say. These are great stamps, you know. See if it worked a second time. So second generation of ink. Perfect. Happy with that? All right, I've got two good ones now. I can't decide which one's rough and which one's best. Okay, so I've got two. How are you doing? Let me catch up. Are you doing it with me? Are you doing it with me? Are you crafting along? Do you know, I said to Dave, I mean, this is all free, right? This is what we do in it. We hang out. We do it in the shack. We're doing it here. I said to Dave, if I could make a living doing this, if I could actually make a living just hanging out and crafting along like this would be marvelous. I'd love this. But this is not about earning, if you know what I mean. This is just about hanging out. But if you could, it would be a really good job, wouldn't it? I don't know, maybe then when it becomes a job, then it's different, because then it's not mates hanging out. Then all of a sudden there are expectations, you know, it's different. So, yeah, I don't know, jury's out. I think I just need to enjoy it while it's here. Now, what we're going to do now? Okay, next thing is we're going to use the mask. So do you want to try the rough one first? Should we do rough first? You can always do it twice. Because in a minute, we're going to persevere with one in particular. But for the moment, let's do this. What we need to do, like pick the one, I'm going to pick the one that I'm not so keen on. Right, that one's got a bit, like it makes a blind bit of difference. Okay. And what we're going to do is take love mask now. Take the love mask. And then we're going to, right, let's have a look. Right, where did I put those tweezers? Did I put them away? Here it is. Tweezers. Okay. Let's give it a go. Love. Right, you got yours? This may not be the right way to do it. No, don't be daft, Grey. Right, here we go again. Oh, there must be an easier, softer way than this. Right. Let's put the old... Oh, come on. Okay. So now what we're doing... Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Well, talk among yourself. No, well, you're doing it as well. So there you go. That makes 300 of us, according to Paul. Right, let's just stick this down. See if we do it one letter at a time. That may be the answer here, Grey. Is this a bit smaller? It's a very lot smaller. This one's obviously been in the sun a bit. Oh, it'll work. No, it's not bad. Yeah, it's a lot shorter. Look, this one's definitely been... Have I got the right mask here? Have a look. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm gonna have to detack my one. I can't cope with this. It's too late in the day for this game. Right, detack it a bit. Especially because it's obviously been in the sun. It's shrunk a bit as well. But that's all right. It's still going to do the job for me, I think. Okay. Right, now let's try it. I feel like I've got the wrong mask for the job here. Right, okay. Have I got the wrong... What have I got here? Oh, no, this will work. Right, now, come on, Grey. Keep going. This is working better now. Right, so that's up there like that. Let's just get this... Ah, right, okay, I see. Just push it over a little bit. It's definitely been out in the sun, this one, people. Yeah, rubbish. That'll do, though. Have I got another one? Have I got them wrong? What have I got here? Let's have a look. So I've got different sets going on here. Let's see if this is a bit better. See if this one fits better. Shouldn't really make any difference, but I bet it does. Here, there you go. Do you know what I think this is? Oh, I get it now. I've got a feeling, right? Well, it might be. I don't know. See, that fits. Have you got yours in place yet? There you go. That fits. Ish. Good enough. Come on. There you go. Who says? That'll do. Lovely. Yeah, I can see what I'm doing here is I'm forcing it and it wants to come out and go again. No, it fits nicely. Don't be a douche, Barbara. Okay, now what we're going to do next is take the solid one again and we're going to go down and to the left. So the drop shadow, this is the trick now. All right. Let me just grab the original so you can see. See, what we want to do is put this drop shadow in. So we're going to take this stamp and instead of stamping straight over the top, we're going to go down and to the left a little bit. Okay? Down and to the left a little bit. Right, so this might have a lot of red on it still. So let's take a bit of scrap. See, we've still got that one if this goes wrong, haven't we? So let's give it a go though. Right, let's take a bit of copy paper and let's see how grey is this. Is this going to be red or is it going to be grey? Have you got a grey ink pad? I'm using watering can. Let's see what comes up with watering can. Everything all right, Paul? Give us a sign, please. Right, let's see what happens. It might be still a bit... Oh no, it's very grey. Perfect. Okay, so what we're going to do is take that grey. I'm going to come in on this camera though, and I'm going to go down and to the left a little bit, okay? Oh, sliding around a bit. Sliding around, so there you go. This may be my rough and best. This is where rough and best just kicked in. So you go down, right, let's press, so we get the drop shadow, see if it works. This is why you need to practice to make sure that it actually goes. See if this works. Shall we see? Oh, I think I slid. Oh, I slid quite a bit. It's all right though. I think we can get away with it, people. So what I'm going to do though, because I think I just need to, I'm going to take my blending thing. What's this called? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to do it again because I can, can't I? I can go again. I think I'm going to take my blending nib. Come here a minute. Let's get rid of this off here. And I'm going to go again. One thing I didn't factor in is that you slide on the mask. Okay. So we'll go again. That's all right. That's why we did two. Remember? Did you slide as well? Not to worry. Give it another go. It's only a drop shadow. It's only a card. It's not terminal. Okay. It's only us hanging out. Listen, we're in our pyjamas. How serious can you take yourself? Hey, how seriously can you take yourself when you're crafting in your PJs with 320 other people? Brilliant. Okay, so let's go again. I'm going to clean this off though. I've got a bit of crud on there now. Maybe don't press so hard or press harder. Those are my choices, aren't they? Right, so let's wipe that clean. Go again. This time be aware, Gray, that you're going to slide on the plastic. Right, let's start again. Be warned. Go again. This time, lower down gently. Oh, you see me sliding around? Okay. In a minute, I'm going to go back to the pencil trick. But at least you get a uniform slide. Oh, yeah, now we're really going. See, second generation ink is definitely a better solution. Trouble is you can't, not trouble. The good news is that this is going to look excellent when it's done. It just looks a bit ropey at the moment. I know this, right? So what I'm doing is I'm pushing the ink off the mask and onto the card to get the drop shadow in place. See, and I'm just using a blending pen. You can use anything, but a blending nib is good because it gets in there, gets in the cracks. There you go. God, that was so good earlier on to see Debbie and Jill at the house. That so heartwarming. It'd be lovely. I'm going to have to catch up with them later. Right. Okay. Cool. I bet they'll have something to say. Right. Now that should be really cool. But what do we know? I don't know. Should we have a little peep? Let's have a little peep. We won't take it off. Oh yeah, well that works, doesn't it? I've got a grey drop shadow for sure. Right. Right. But what I need to do now is blot it. So we'll blot it. This is definitely the rough one though, isn't it? This is the experimenter. And you know, I wasn't wrong. I had a feeling that this was going to be there you see? Well, there. I had a feeling that this was going to be the more challenging, even though it looks easier. The other one with the colouring and the butterflies and that was the easy project. This is the ramping it up at midnight job. Look, see? So we certainly got a lot of ink on here. So we'll get rid of that ink. Okay. Right, we've got a drop shadow. Mine's a bit dark as well. So I know that I need to go easy. Mine's too dark. But that's all right. I'm on it. It's fine. Right. Okay, so we've done that. And now let's do this is the one we're really experimenting now. Okay. So now we've got blush in rose. If you've got blush in rose, leave the mask in place, because what we're going to do now, I'll show you, we're going to put the words in the background. Okay, let's do that next. Okay, right, text. Let's have a look. I'm definitely trying this on a bit of scrap first though. When you make cards, when you're making cards, don't you check what you're doing first? See, I reckon that's going to be too blotchy. Let's see what it, mind you, that whole stamp's quite blotchy, isn't it? Let's see what that looks like with that ink. Yeah, okay, so season it, and we're going to add a bit of ink. Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my spot-on sponges. Let's see if I can make it look a little, not more legible, but at least less blotchy. If I add the ink, instead of doing what I just did, why don't I add the ink like this and see what the difference is? You know, let's see. Because that was quite blotchy, isn't it? Because it's a brand new ink pad. Let's see if we apply the ink with a spot-on sponge, see if we get a better, we definitely get a better. Right, so now we know that. Now we're going to take the ink and we're going to apply it to the stamp directly, like this, rather than take the stamp to the ink pad. We're going to use a makeup sponge or a spot-on sponge to distribute the ink like this. And we've got to remember that we're still going to slide around on that mask. Yes, we are. Okay. The good news is, because we're working with a dye-based ink, of course, it doesn't dry so quickly. So we haven't got to panic. Right, and then what we're going to do now, here we go. So we can stamp this right over the, so if you look at there's a little gap here, and drop that around that and. Do you see? Drop it around the ampersand and see if this works. So then lay it down. Let's have a look. Just remember, right, this is me covering my derriere. Just remember, it's only a bit of card. We're hanging out. This is your rough one. This is not the best one. This is your best one. That's why we did 2. Yeah, see? Isn't that funny how that looks so sharp and then the shadow went to cheese, didn't it? Now let's see what we've got. Good enough. So that's in the background now. You see that okay? So you've got that in the background. That looks pretty cool, even if I say so myself. Right, now let me just have a think for a minute what I'm doing here. Okay. Let me just stop for a minute and have a think, because there are bits to do and there are things to see. But I think what we want to do now, let's have a look at the original. Okay, so if we have a look at the original, if we want to stamp that heart and that heart behind these letters, right, we still need to keep this mask in place. Agreed? Yeah. So we'll leave that mask in place and you got to go through the motions first. Let's have a look. So we'll take one of these little hearts and we'll stamp this heart in black there. Okay? That's what we're going to do next. Let's just do it. Yeah. Right, so we'll stamp this one. Let's check it. Nice. Now let's just check something out. We've got that one in black and then we're going to fill it with red. So let's decide, are we going to do the black then the red, or are we going to do the red then the black? Right, so now I've done the black and now I'm going to go over the top and I'm going to fill it in with red. Or I'm going to go with the red like that and then I'm going to fill it in with the black. Definitely the other way round. So you do the black first, then you fill it in with the red. Okay? Just saying. Right. So we're going to go black first. And we're going to pop it right there like that. Right, black first. Let it dry for a minute. Just take that little bit of black off there, because that's going to smear. And then we'll take our red and we'll fill it. Cool? So let's get our red going. Nice. Right. Fill it. Okay. Let the ink soak in. Perfect. So I've got my little reds there now. And now I've got another one up the back here. And again, I'm going to use the black first. Now let's have a look. Up here, I'm going to do the black first and then wrap the red round it. I think that's the right way round. Let's try it. Let's take the black first. It's the other little heart with the little bits on it. So let's just see which way round we want to go. Let's check. We do the black first with the red round it, or the red first with the black fill? I think we're going to put the black heart in first, like so. Can you see this all right? You just got to check it first. One's going to be easier to position than the other one, and we're just about to find out. Let me get my head out of the way. Let me just see. So I do the black first, and then I go back with the red. Right, and I reckon that probably is the easier way round, that way. Now, what about if I go this way? If I do the red first, and then I follow in with the black. Let's see. Oh, hello. Black. No, definitely the red first. What did I say? The black first, then the red. Yeah? Black first, red next. Okay. So then in that case, we're going to put the little black one. Let's come into this camera so you can see it better. You're still following me, all right? I'm in a little world of my own here. So we're going to put the little black one there like that. So we've got the heart in. These are so lovely to use. These are just delightful, these little stamps. And then we're going to take the red one, and I'm going to come in from this angle though, so I can, now let me see, can you actually see what I'm doing? Yeah, here, this is where I'm at, okay. So I need to get in over the top, and to do that, I need to, right, that should fit nicely. Yeah, perfect. I mean, really good. So if we look at this camera now, you can see all the time you leave the mask in place, you can place those little hearts and kisses and things around it. But let's do something else now. Right, and what we want to do next is take, because you've got lots of lovely little assets, these little, see this little straight set of hearts. What we're going to do is underline the kisses with the little hearts underneath, just in black. Let's do that next. So let's take the black ink pad, and just remember that this is our rough one. We probably won't do best tonight, I think. We're not going to do it twice. We'll just do it the once. And then you've already got the makings of the next one, and we've gone through it, and you know that you've got the start of the next one, which would be perfect because you've done it once. I always find when you're doing artwork like this, I usually do things twice. I do it once to get the layout and make all the mistakes, and then the second time's for best. Do you not do that too? Especially if it's for something special. And the thing is, like when I go on the telly, I'm always so nervous that I'm not going to get it right on the telly. So I have, here's one I did earlier, and here's one I did earlier, and here's one I did earlier. And by the time you've done all the here's one I did earlier, you could do it with your eyes shut anyway. It's funny, isn't it? Right, so we've done that. Now there's another beautiful little stamp. There's this one, and I'll show you on here. It wraps, it's just lovely. And it's in a curve, and it sits. See how it sits around the letter? So what we're going to do is sit it around that E there. Let's just put it on the E. Not on the E, round the curve of the E. That'll look nice. There you go. So that's there, that's there. We've got another, let's put another heart here. Now, once again, we're going to put the black out first. We'll do the black first, and then we'll frame it with the red. One more. Here, look, like a, here, there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Good for balance. So we'll pop that one about there, like that. Then we'll take the red one, take the red ink pad. This is a very nice red. What colour is this? Vermilion. Okay, I just use what I've got up here in the shack. What other reds are there from Ranger? Have they got good ones? I bet they have. I mean, a lot of it is much of a muchness, isn't it? Reds are reds are reds, but I think there are some pretty cool colours. Right, that should fit. Let the ink soak in. Yeah, perfect. Right. So my rough isn't that rough. Let's have a look. Now, there's another little challenge though, because if you look at Dee's work, have a look at the red infill on the word love. Do you see? Oh no. Right, here we go. So now we're going to take this one off. Let's take this away first and see what we've got. Let's take this one away. It's not bad. Not bad. My drop shadow's a bit ropey, but you know, ropey. It's in the eye of the beholder, isn't it, ropey? Let me just put that down, up back to front, like that. It's got a lot of grey ink on this. And then I'm going to take my wax paper and just do that for a minute, just so that I've got it somewhere safe, so I can use it again. Right, now this time, oh, this will be a challenge, grey. Right, what we're going to do now is take this one. Come on, you love it. I don't want to get this on my best pyjamas though. Right, let me just move them out of the way a minute. Right, now this has to cover that. And what we're looking to do is this. Now this one is cut out. So what do you think? Who Who has the means to die cut this out? Do you have the means to die cut this out at home? Do you? Have you got a die cutter? I have got a die cutter, but it's down here on the floor. So I could run and get this done. Right, we're all going to run and get this done. Okay, well, I'll just leave you here. Just this won't take long. Where's my die? The circular die, if you're going to do it, right, let's have a look. It's the third one in. It's this one. Fresh cut dies. And I'll go, I tell you what. Right, heads up. So Lucy at work, Clever Lucy, she's designed, they're on their way. They're coming now. We've ordered them from China because that's where you get your dies. And this collection of dies is just, I've never seen anything like it. It's so fantastic. But I reckon it will take about 2 months before it gets here. But heads up, when they arrive, all I'll tell you is they're circled. And when they arrive, just get them. It's insane. It is, isn't it, Paul? We just can't believe what she's come up with. It's phenomenal. Sometimes it just is when somebody thinks outside the box. It's quite staggering, really. So this is my dodgy one, isn't it? This is the one for rough. So what I'm going to do is cut this out now, like that. Yeah? Are you going to do it as well? Well, while you're there, cutting that one out, cut a round black one out, a size larger. Look, this one's got to be this size. Yeah? So we're looking at not the biggest one, but the second and the third one in. And we're going to do one in black, like that. Okay. And one in white. So we've got to decide the right position for that. Now, where's my low tack masking tape? Make sure it's in the right place. Are you doing this as well, or am I on my jack now? Right, that goes like that. That goes like that. That goes like that. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to leave you with the artwork, because some of you are going to be cutting this out and some of you aren't. I'm going to go and cut this out now. But I can take you with me, volume. I just have to. It's a bit of a mess up here. I'm a bit. I think overwhelmed is the word that springs to mind, and so there's not enough room to swing a cat in here. So everything's on the floor. But I'm just making a sandwich to cut this out. Let's have a look. Yes, I'll put that on there and that on there. I use a Gemini. I think everybody has their own preference, don't they? And I have always got on very, very well with my Gemini. I like it. And, yeah, that's it, full stop. There's nothing else to add to that, is there? I like the Gemini. I like it because also I like the fact that it's, am I missing a plate here? I like it because it's, hang on, let me just, don't get this wrong, or even my rough is going to be mullered. That one, that one, that one, yeah, okay. I remember years ago, see, it's electric, and I remember years ago, I was staying with my friend Heather. Hang on a minute. I was staying with my friend Heather, and she was using a mechanical one, with with a handle on it. Let me just turn that on. And she was winding this mangle. It's like a glorified mangle, innit? I don't know which one it was, but it had a handle on it, and she was going around, and I'd never really bothered with dies or anything like that. Anyway, she was cutting something out, and she let go of the handle, and this handle flicked back and hit her on the arm. I mean, her hand was like that. And I thought, note to self, don't buy that one, right? And so and then the electric ones came out, and I just went with it. And to be honest, I've never looked back. And I've never had a problem. I know that some people, you know, I've heard people have problems, you know, with them, but I can't say that I ever have. I think they're just excellent. But there you go. That's just my opinion. Opinions are like noses. Everyone's got one. And mine is that the Gemini is a good thing. Right, so you see, and it cuts like butter. Look, nice, huh? There you go. So that's that done. There you go. And then the black one, I've got the black one as well. So you cut them out while I put mine away. And then we're good to go for the next thing, which is, of course, lining up the love words. So let's have a look. Yeah, so these are in the sale. Just saying. This is in the 25% sale, isn't it, Paul? Some of them are die cutting as well. Cool. Well, if you haven't got these nested cutting dies, the circles, we've got squares, haven't we? We've got loads of different ones. Rectangles, I think. Have we got rectangles in these ones? I know we've got squares. I know we use those a lot. These are very good, you know. Very good indeed. I like them. I like them. Right, so we've got that one and that one. That's going to sit on there. So that's quite nice, isn't it? Right, so what else have we got to do? Oh, that's right. Okay, and this is the challenge. We've got to put the outy part of the mask to reveal the red bit. Okay. You ready? Alrighty. So take your mask. Take the outside part. You're going to end up with the bit. Ooh, don't tear it, Gray. I didn't realise that I might tear it. It's all right. It's fiddly, but it's worth it. Right, come on. Don't watch me. Watch this. Right, ready? Right, so now I've got that bit, and I've still got the middle parts of the letters. Now I know that this is a new mask, so okay, let's get a bit of copy paper underneath. Right, that'll help, or not. And I'm going to get again. Right, go from the top, and then just. All right, forget the copy paper. Let's go that way. Right, okay. And then we're just going to slide that down until, oh, don't stick. Are you looking at my head? See, so you slide it down. Don't stick. Be all right. Let me put you on the other camera so I can get my head over it. That always helps, I find. Right, you see, then I can hold it taut, and then I can get my head over the top, and then I just go, oh, it just sticks there a bit. Just wait until you get it in place, and then when it's down, it's down. Bingo, I'm in. You in? Oh, smut. Right. Okay. Then, of course, what you could do is you could use, couldn't you? We need the bits in the middle. I'm just thinking, where's the bits that we've missed? From here they are. Right. So we're just going to put the O bit in. Stick that in there. Because all we need to expose now. I wish I knew where I'd put that. Pair of tweezers. Don't look, Ethel. That'll do. Right, and then we've got this little bit for the E. Where did I put those tweezers? Oh, here they are. Right, here we go. There you go. So we'll put this bit over the E as well. Got it? Marvellous. And now, here comes the challenge. Now we're going to fill, look, we're going to fill the red letters with this one. Because in that set, in that wonderful, I'll tell you what, if you only buy one of these feel-good word sets, get the Love and Kisses one. because this is beautiful, this little stamp here. Now, I wonder whether this is going to go, I wonder if I take it off the handle, I wonder if it would be easier to squish it in. Do you know what I mean? Whether I wouldn't get more of a result if I squished it with my fingers. Listen, I tell you what, just stop for a minute. You stop for a minute. I'll get it wrong. Let me do it first, right? Let me do it first before you do it. And then I'll tell you whether this is a good idea or not. Okay? Right, because I'm using my fingers now as a mount. Because I want to get in to the in. I mean, before I carry on, right, if I don't get into the actual mask, the crack, then of course I can always jazz it up with one of these Micron pens. But it would be nice if I could figure out, let's see if this works. Now, if I do that, you with me on this? You understand what I'm saying, don't you? Where's that bit of copy paper or some bit of copy paper? Let me just check this whether this works or not. If I do that. Yeah, okay, all right. I reckon I could get away with this. Right, ready? So I'm going to ink it up like this with my fingers. It's all right. Keep it well away from your expensive pyjamas, Gray. Right, okay. And then, because it's sticking to my hand, I can do slides. Just telling you. Slides. Oh, yeah, but it only slides on the plastic, not on the actual. Okay, so let me do that one like that. Let me experiment now. Don't worry, I know it looks like a mess, but it's not finished yet. Let me do one on the handle, and then I'm going to tell you what I think. Right. Got more control on the handle, but does it go in between? Let's have a look. Right, get it back on the handle. Don't take definitely leave it on the handle. Don't take it off. It was a silly idea. Just remember that you slide, because there's a lot of plastic going on here. But actually, this works really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like that. Okay. It's beautiful. It works really beautifully on the handle, right? Yes, it does. I just thought, perhaps, you understand, I just thought it might work better. Let's have a look. You do slide around, though, on the plastic, I'm telling you. And you just got to make sure that you leave enough space to... It's going to look good, though. Okay. God, doesn't it look a mess? It's a very nice stamp, though, you know, this one, for filling. Look, so pretty. Such a pretty little thing. Looks like a bit of fabric. Right, now, let's have a look. How are we doing? You got that as well? So we've done that, we've done that. Let's take our copy paper and blot. Let's have a look what we've got. Okay. Yeah, lots of wetness on there. Hey, what do you think? Like it though? Yeah. Right, we've just got to get rid of the excess. It's going to look good. Right, now, if we take this off, just keep your hands out of the wet. Oh yeah, no, this is going to work. Right, just lift, try and not tear it. Up it comes. Right, that's off. Okay, so we'll just put that down. I'm just going to put it down on there for a minute because I want to show you how to clean it as well. Just pop that on there like so. All right, don't do that. Oh, Barbara. Other way round. Hold on. I've got a better idea. Open it up. Pop that down, sticky side up. Okay. and then drop it down. Oh, and then drop it down like that. And then it will stick without any trouble. And you've got loads of ink still on there. Let's put that one to one side for a minute. Now you've got choices with this. Have you got, come on you crafters, I know you have. Oh, hello. Have you got any of this in the cupboard? Anything like this? Anything that gets rid of solvent-based ink? Right, so if you want to clean your mask completely, got it on a bit of copy paper now, take a tiny little piece of this and then just wipe, look, and it comes off. Just wipe it off like that. And it will come off the mask totally like that. This is only if you want to clean it, just showing you how. There you go. And now your mask will be clean. There we are. There you go. You should be doing that in a ventilated room with a mask on and high-vis jacket, but no, I'm only joking. But seriously, don't spritz it. Right, so now let's have a look and see the mask is completely clean now. Ish, that'll do, good enough. There we are. That looks quite arty too. So then what we're going to do is turn it round so that it's a sticky side up. Take your waxy paper and then just set it down on the top. And now your mask is good to go for the next time. So it went from looking horrendous to fine. And then we've still got, on the inside here, we've still got these two little pieces, haven't we? So we'll take these off here with the tweezers, pop them on there, because they need cleaning too. Right, so we'll just catch that underneath. Hang on a minute. Catch it underneath with the tweezers. Perfect. There we are. And then where did I put that piece of... Did I throw it away already? Okay. Just clean your little bits. Yeah. And then it's good to go next time. I think when you're crafting, it's a good idea to sort of take your time. It's supposed to be a therapeutic process, isn't it? But also, a lot of it has to do with looking after your stash, you know? And it's a good idea to keep the masks with the stamps as well. So keep them together. So that looks pretty cool. I'm quite happy with that. For rough, this is my rough one. I think what I might do is look at me personally, so my drop shadow was a little bit ropey. I think I might grab one of my grey pencils. Have you got a Polychromos grey? Let's have a look. I've got a couple here. You could borrow one of mine if you like. And I think what I'll do is just where it's a little bit ropey here, because there's nothing on in there, it's all flat, right? But I might just add, mine was a little bit dark, wasn't it? It's all right though. It's a drop shadow. There you go. So I know when I do it for best, I'm not going to go twice, because the reason it's so dark is because I did 2 layers of water and can grey. So it went a bit too dark in my opinion. And I could have done with the words in the background could have been a bit darker and the drop shadow could have been a bit lighter. But it's, as I say, this is my rough one. And so now I know what I want to improve when I do it next time. I just know, don't I? And if I'm not happy with that drop shadow, you know that what we did in the 7 o'clock one with the pencil, we know how that works. You just pencil the drop shadow. And if you're sliding around and it's frustrating you, there's always more than one way to do something in the main, you know. So where do we stand now? Let's have a look. Are we nearly there? I think we are. And it's 11:15. Now it proper feels like a PJ party, doesn't it? So what we're going to do next is we're going to take that paper. Have you got your paper? Because that's going to sit on the black one. Let's finish it off. That's going to sit on the black one. And then that can sit on there. Now, so the question is, though, do I like the loud side? I rather do, you know, just by comparison. Quite like that. So now I've got to figure out what size do I want to go with. And that all depends now on which card I want to go with. So I think if I start with an 8x8 like I did before, and you know I'm going to have a 7x7 black in the background, right? Do you see? So it's exactly the same as it was before. So what we've got here is a 7x7. We've cut that back. You know, like we did before with the card where we just cut it down the fold. So that's the other side, the loud side. And it's been mounted on a piece of, there you go. So that's going to sit on there. And then that's going to sit on there. And that's going to make a beautiful card. Look at that. Doesn't that look sharp? And I'm going to finish it off. Let's finish it off. So one layer at a time. I like finishing things. I think bit of project completion, you know. Let's have a look. So we'll just do a little bit of a sticky on the white piece. We'll go round slowly in a circle. And we're just going to add a bit of glue runner to our centerpiece. Yeah, that'll do. Get it realigned again. Right, so now I quite like this, you know. Then that's going to sit on, oh, hang on a minute. So because it's black on black, I need a bit of orientation. So I'm going to put white underneath it. And now I can see if I haven't got the white underneath and I'm working black on black, how can I get it in the center? Two hopes. Bob open, no hope, as they say. Right, so now, again, 2-finger trick like that, you see. And I can see exactly where it's going to sit. There, like so. There. Oh, do you know what? It's just occurred to me. Do you know what I'm going to do in a minute? When we turn everything off, I loaded the kiln downstairs for another bisque firing. I've got loads of lovely stuff in there. And I'm going to turn all the lights off, and I've got to unplug everything because the kiln sucks all the electric up. And then we're gonna run the kiln overnight. I know. But tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, I shall post a blog with a giveaway that I think if you like pottery, you'll enjoy. Yeah, it's all up there, all the giveaways. So do join that one if you fancy a little bowl by yours faithfully. That might be worth investigating. Yeah, I've got so much of it, and I know that many of you enjoy pottery, so you might enjoy a little pot by me. I haven't even, you know, I go backwards and forwards on this as well. You know, like the maker's marks and the signatures and that, because I think, well, you know, sometimes it says BG on it, but often I forget to put my name on it. And it's not, I don't know, it's not important, I don't think. I know I made it. I know I made it. Now, let's have a look. I think this is going to look so pretty, don't you? Yeah. There you go. There, that's nice. And then this card is going to be another gift voucher, I think. It's a little bit ropey around the drop shadow, but hey ho. Let's have a look. Let me get my head over the top on this one as well. Right. Just take your time. Project completion. I had to teach myself project completion. I had when I was younger, I almost didn't. It's a psychological defect, I think, but I didn't finish things. I always had left everything half finished, and then I realised that the reason I was doing that was because if I didn't finish it, then I couldn't be judged, and so I never finished anything because I thought so. It was all started great start, a lousy finisher sort of thing, you know, and then I had to teach myself. Because I thought, well, that's just ridiculous, Gray, you know. And I taught myself project completion. And so now for me, for you, it's probably perfectly normal to finish something. But for me, it's an accomplishment because what it means is as soon as I finish it now, in my young head, not in my old head so much, but in my young head, I used to think, now I'm laying myself open to being judged. And I think there are a lot of people like that out there, and they don't actually, you know, they write the book, but they don't get it published. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, yeah, so it's a conscious decision on my part to actually take the glue runner and layer it up and finish it, and then step back and look at it and say, perfect. I love it. I'm happy with that. It's good. And you know, there we are. There's Dee's. Thank you so much, Dee. There's the one that's going to be the gift voucher. And I've still got the other one to go to. So I could improve on it if I decided to. But there you go. That brings us to the end, I think, of that project. You know, when you think, yeah, job's a good one, that's done. So that's going to be another gift voucher, which will just be, won't we, Grace? We'll be doing that, and then tomorrow. Let me show you the. Did you notice how I did that? So you can't see me behind in my pyjamas. I know, there's no flies on this old bird. Look, I want to show you a couple of the giveaways. I think you'll enjoy these. Look. Look, isn't that pretty? Look, a moment of clarity. It's a tile. There you go. I like that. That'll make a nice, you know, if someone's cup of tea, hey, look, just put your tea on that. Nice. Then you've got some bowls. Look, see, I didn't put my names on these. I'm terrible, really. But no, it's not important. Just believe me when I tell you I made these, all right? And this one's a bit of a weird one. This one, I threw everything at it. Look, I just was experimenting, all the different. So that's good. That one, that's got BG on it. That's a mad one. Then I've got a couple of other ones. I know, I might find a couple more. I'm feeling, there you go. That one says BG on it. These are BGs. I like the blue. I like that colour. Nice. So I was thinking that I'd give a few of these away tomorrow. So there you go. That's the 9 o'clock blog. I like that. I'll have to see what else I've got since I'm in the pottery giveaway mood. Yeah, I am. Where'd you put it all after a while, eh? Especially when you still use your wedding cup. Cheers. And that brings us, I said it would take till 11 o'clock. Dave said, you won't take till 11. I said, you will. And it did. So I hope you enjoyed that. Paul, thank you so much, so much for your help. And I've got a treat to finish on. I've got my marzipan. What's your favourite chocolate? What's your favourite chocolate? I love marzipan. There you are. The only thing is, see, chocolate, to me, that's like drink. I can't just have one. So once I have one, I have to have more. It's terrible, really. Or it's just in my personality. It's just how I was built. So I have to meter it out. And then I say to Dave, go and hide the box. Anyway, lovely to have your company. That was good, wasn't it? We ought to do that again, you know. What do you think? I think it'd be really nice. Something to do, you know, late in the evenings when there's only rubbish on the telly. Why not? So, I hope that you enjoyed it. Paul, thank you for your help. Great to have your company. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And now I'm going to go and find my husband and those 2 cats. So don't forget to check in on the blogs. Clarity Matters blog. Grace is gathering up all your artwork and she's going to just make a lovely gallery with it all. So that'll be super. 9 o'clock, Barb's Gone Pottery. And then, yeah. And then just look at all over Clarity Worldwide and Groovy Worldwide for all the stories. What's the story, Jack and Ori? It'll be everywhere. And if you've got artwork, for goodness sake, post it. Post your favourite Shack Share, hashtag Shack Share, do that. Or hashtag, what was the other one, Gracie? Hashtag Open Day Festival. Sorry, missed a word. Hashtag Clarity Open Day Festival. There you go. And then Grace will gather up the artwork and make galleries out of it. She's good at that stuff. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure. Lots of love. Stay safe and have a brilliant weekend and enjoy the festival. Go and check out the sale as well. Thank you. Bye-bye now. And where's the off button on here? Oh, it's gone. End stream. Bye-bye.